So tonight's going to be fun. We actually have some artists coming over because we have a projection mapping gig this weekend. And so tonight we are going to test everything. They're going to bring their 4-foot by 8-foot boards over. There's a total of 4 of them in different orientations. We got to hang them up, use this rack right here that I'm totally not building for this gig right now. And set some projectors up because we are going to projection map on the artwork and overshoot the artwork onto the wall behind it, so we're getting kind of a very immersive art experience. So this is all for them. It is their client and they've hired us to do the projection mapping for them. So tonight it's all about testing, troubleshooting, figuring out what works, what doesn't work, and hopefully we're gonna have some fun along the way. Mad Mapper, I'm gonna be doing probably 4 outputs, technically 5, because one of them is gonna be my control computer. So in this rack right here, I'm going to get 4 outputs out of this graphics card, and then I'm gonna get my 5th control output going to this monitor here, display port to HDMI, and then I'm going into these converters here. So I'm only gonna use 5 of them, and then one of them is going to always be a backup. Who knows, I might find a need for it when I'm on site, an extra monitor, camera input with some monitor so I can see what I'm doing, etc. And other things I need to put in here is an ArtNet node so I can control lighting with this same computer. And honestly, this is just a very versatile rack. This is just a normal PC. It had feet on it. I took it off. This computer is just Velcroed to the power strip. So I'm gonna try to get all that done before the artists show up and we start getting to it. I'm gonna finish wiring this guy and let's do some cool shit. Basically, this is for an art installation, right? So this is kind of set and forget. You set it all up, you projection map, and then you leave, you let the art show run, and then you come back and you tear it all down. There is no kind of live editing or live show going on. It's just gonna run in a loop. That being said, we kind of just want all this to be as compact and small as possible. Throw it in the corner, throw it behind the artwork. What up?
Oh, man.
Pretty good, how are you?
A minute, yeah.
Yeah, and we can make this work.
We'll trust your judgment. If they don't have to touch the ground, whatever honestly is easier.
So I'm actually gonna take this one right now. Okay, I just need one more pipe then. So that's 5 on each side, that's fine. All right, so we got Schedule 40 pipes right here. These are all just 1-foot sections with some couplers. This way we get a really strong foundation like a stand, but we can customize the height within 1-foot sections. Then we have this clamp right here on the end, and now we can go up and down on the pipe. So this way we can lock in our exact level. And on the back of these boards here, there's a little eye hook. So all we have to do is have this line up with this, and then we can hang our artwork. So this is about 5+ feet, 5.5 feet, maybe 6 foot, probably closer to 6 foot. And these pipes right here are 8. So 8 is too tall. So we're just gonna make a shorter pipe out of these guys. All right, so we got the artwork up behind me now. So next steps is to set up some projectors. Might even set up a laser for fun. We have Mad Mapper up and ready to go. So let's go ahead and plug some stuff in, get some stands out, and start projection mapping and see what we can do. SDI output, so technically it's DisplayPort converted to HDMI into this. Now I'm taking SDI out, and I have an SDI cable. This is so I can run a very long distance if I need to. And then I already placed a converter right up here. So now I'm gonna hop up, and I'm gonna convert this back to HDMI. And then from SDI to HDMI into the projector. So a lot of conversions happening, but this is just so we have reliable long distance runs. And by the way, we could do this wirelessly as well, but I want to be wired just so nothing goes wrong. So then I will cable manage all of this on site really, but this is all just for a test. Let's turn off. Hey, can you hit the house lights? All right.
So what do you do with that?
So now we have our one projector overshooting our artwork, right? So now that I have full coverage of our artwork, I can now cut the artwork out with Mad Mapper. So we don't have the actual video file loops yet, but I can still do some tests and make it look cool. So let's take this quad, and you can see here, that's how much this one projector covers. So I'm not quite hitting the side images yet, but that's what I'm going to have other projectors for, and then I can blend the image. So if I want to just cut out one quad right here, I can take this guy, and then I can take this guy, and I can bring this in, and I can cut out, and I can cut this out, and I can really zoom in and fine tune it, especially here. So then, again, I'm just fine tuning them, really getting exact with it. Copy, paste, put another one right here. Okay, so now I have 2 different quads here, and I can start doing cool things with them. If I want to put them side by side, now I can do some cool stuff with it. And I can start cutting out the actual face, so it's just moving on the face, right? So I can start masking it as well. So let's throw some masks on it, and I'll cut out just the face. So let's go back to here, and I'm going to start adding some masks. So I'm going to go down here to mask, and okay, hit enter. And so now you can see I've kind of cut out the face here. This was very, very rough, right? And I would. It's coming. I'm gonna cut out. I'm just drawing on top of your drawing, right? Yeah. That's all I'm doing. Okay, so now that I have some masks set up, I've just cut out the face, right? That's all I've done. And so basically now I can take these quads and I can do something with the face. Let's do something kind of cool. Let's do like, let's open the library here, some like waves or something, right? And we can change the scale of the waves. Yeah, something like that. And then let's change the brightness here a little bit. And maybe we want to give her like a blue. Yeah, like a. And so, I mean, we could trace out eyes. We can do a whole bunch of stuff. So like, but you have front pictures, right?
I did take some pictures.
Okay,
yes.
good. If you have front-facing pictures, just animate those pictures. Erase what you don't want. Draw on top, and then erase the underlayer if you want to do that. Other things you want. You're like, hey, I feel like it's too much for me to animate on top of something, but I know on the eyeball I want this, and on this I want that. Okay. Then you could hand me those individual things. Like, I want this video playing in her eyeball.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
And then I can say, give me that video, I'll throw it in the eyeball.
The video itself is square, her eyes like this.
Yeah.
In there, you can actually shape it into that.
Yeah, I can cut out the crap.
Cut out that.
Yeah, I can
do that.
I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
but the more you have for me to do on site, right? The longer it takes to set up, and the more risk, and that's why I prefer. So I mean, this was 2 minutes of just like, let's be creative. I'm gonna have different projectors lined up differently, so I am gonna cut on site. That's what I found the best way to do it, because that way it's perfectly lined up. But I could say this is like a quick default, right? I could start with this and then move from there. Yeah, so like if I wanted to cut out the eye right now, so I'm gonna do like more of the oval for the eye. And by the way, I turned off the other stuff, right? So now if I take all this and I add back in what we already had, which was, Okay. Guys get the idea. And then if I want to mask, let's see, laser quad.
This is nuts. Awesome, man. We're going to take this to Hollywood ASAP.
Let's find a way to.
Let's do it.
And join forces again for more stuff. So
I'm happy to help, but I also don't want to like you guys are still the artists, right? Like I'm not trying to.
Yeah. No,
but
we
I
want to
mean,
work together.
we are
for sure.
totally open to like your suggestions.
And the glove. All right, so that's it for tonight. Artwork is up. Got some projectors. Gonna get a couple more projectors and really shine it on. But next time you see all this, we're gonna be on site setting up for this art installation. Hope it goes well. Everyone's excited. I'm excited. See what happens.